Okay, friends and neighbors, change artists, lovers of healing. So we're just going to do the tarot card for the day, and we have kind of a past, present, future cards, 3 cards for us, and the past, or what we've been working with, may continue to work with, because the past, present, and future is now. So what we've been working with is the 6 of Swords, which is science of mind, the objective mind, or the fair witnessing mind. This is not the mind that's been programmed from watching a lot of televised programming. It's not that mind that says, oh, I'm woke. It's that mind that witnesses, fair witnessing. This is not the mind that many people are in right now, which is, that's called the freaked out mind. This is the fair witnessing mind. So many of us have been working with this, attempting to stay in some ways an impartial witness to what's going on, and to keep our own energetic fields as clear as we can, so that we can stay in a place of love, compassion, and curiosity, which is the state of objectivity. Isn't this interesting? Is there something I can do to affect it in a way that's useful to all? That's the objective mind. So it's a very focused, intentional mind, represented by the 6 cards coming to this center of the Rosicrucian cross. The 6 cards coming together. I think it may be meant to say the 6 swords coming together in the center of the Rosicrucian. It was just maybe a typo in the, I'm paying attention. Which is a miniature representation of the cross that is on the back of all these tarot cards. So on the back of all these cards is that Rosicrucian cross. And the card we got for today, for the past, is got that Rosicrucian cross in the center of it, with the swords, all the 6 swords meeting in the center. Yeah. And there's a lotus blossom in the center as well. Okay. So this symbol is the rational, objective, fair witnessing mind. It's the mind that considers the whole, which is represented by the circular crystalline shape, as well as the mind that is creative, which is represented by the diamond that surrounds the crystalline shape. The creative mind is represented by the diamond. The holistic mind is symbolized by the circle, and the focused intentional mind is represented by the 6 swords coming to the center of the Rosicrucian cross. The cross itself is the universal symbol of integration, synthesis, and blessing, and so the 6 of Swords represents the integrative mind that recognizes sources of inspiration that are sometimes unexplainable. So that's what we've been working with. And the astrological aspect that is found in this card is Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury is represented at the top of the card. It's the planet associated with communication. And Aquarius is the astrological sign that's most associated with originality, innovation, and pioneering work. And we have left the age of Pisces, and we have entered the age of Aquarius. So it's our creative, inventive minds that are really going to wake up in this next cycle of 13,000 years of the 26,000 years of cycling our central sun. And we're coming to a place of a new start on March 25th of 2025. So this is all prep work that we're currently doing. It's all clearing out the past so that we're ready for the present in the future. And the card of the present in the present is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, this is what we're working with right now, which is the mastery of emotional loyalty and commitment. So that's what's being challenged now. How committed are we in the place of loyalty and being loyal to our emotional realm? Are we spinning it off? Are we getting all, the sky is falling, this is going to happen, I got to go out and prepare for, the apocalypse, which means the awakening, I think. I'm not certain of that, but I think the word apocalypse really translates to a major change and awakening, which is exactly what's happening. So this is the apocalypse. So enjoy it while you can. How often do you get to live a life during an apocalypse? Celebrate. Like, you got to be really bad or really good to be able to handle the energy of an apocalypse. And I should look it up, but I'll make a retraction in the comment if it turns out that I was wrong about what the word apocalypse means. So the Knight of Cups, though, I can tell you what it says in the book, which has got to be accurate because it's a tarot handbook. So it's giving you the book right here. So the Knight of Cups is a visual representation of emotional loyalty, generosity, commitment, and unconditional love. Mythically, this is the Knight and the Holy Grail. Of all the knights in the deck, there's the only one which is not helmeted, a symbol of openness, trust, and the willingness to be seen. There's the very qualities that are needed in order to be emotionally spontaneous, outreaching, and unguarded. This is the winged knight who, like Pegasus, the winged horse, offers emotional regard and spiritual upliftment. The white horse is a symbol of power coming from an integrated and spiritual source. The color white. The Knight of Cups wears the green suit, which is symbolic of creative love, and holds the grail or loving cup out of which a crab emerges. Cancer the crab is an astrological symbol that represents the quality of emotional loyalty and the ability to give emotional comfort, support, and positive regard to others. And it says some more, but that's pretty good. And then, unfortunately, we can't get the last card because Brinny, the assistant, is sitting on it. My own little Vanna White. My friend watches that show, whatever that show is, Dialing for Dollars or whatever, Spin the Wheel. So, but mine isn't Vanna White. Mine is Brenna Dark. And she's moving everything. But we got the Priestess card, which is the two card. And it sounds like they're done with, they're having to work on the water pump, the compressor that pumps our water to the top houses. And without that, we don't have any water pressure. So they're fixing it. There was a leak in it. Okay. So I think she's wanting to go out, so I'll take a moment to let her out. There you go. And she can have my attention later. So, what we're moving into in the future, which is very fascinating to me because we're moving from a patriarchal 13,000 years patriarchy to 13,000 years of matriarchy. And so we're clearing the stuff between the 28 years of cleansing between the two cycles. We're moving into this feminine energy around the earth, and we get the High Priestess. And there's a quote from Kahlil Gibran. So this is what we're moving into. And Kahlil Gibran wrote in his book, The Prophet, he said, "For self is a sea, boundless and measureless. So the high priestess or high priest represents the universal principle of intuition, independence, self-trust, and self-resourcefulness. This is what we're moving into. The future is now. Is what we're moving into now. This is an androgynous figure who archetypically represents balance of male-female energies. Wouldn't that be nice? From the navel up, the figure is all curved lines, soft magnetic yin and receptive. From the navel down, this figure is all straight lines, strong, dynamic, yang, and assertive. These perceptions of male and female are going to shift. And you'll find out how. But they're going to shift because it's all going to shift. That's all I need to say. This archetype serves as a reminder that we are not to sacrifice our strength for our softness or our softness for our strength. The high priestess with her sun moon crown represents each person's commitment to have equal balance in strength and softness. The crystals represent the multifaceted aspects of intuition that are present at each level of consciousness: the mental intuition, the emotional intuition, and the spiritual insight. The physically registered information. Intuition is like the great still lake, reflective, contained, deep, and always present, waiting to be accessed and trusted. It is a time of self-trust. It's a time of intuition and self-resourcefulness. Sounds good to me. That's the tarot reading for the day. May it serve you well, and may you find yourself in a place of peace, love, connection, compassion, and trust. All right, now I must go.